Hi guys, and welcome back to the Caribbean Spot. In today's video, we are covering the green card nightmare. Marrying a US citizen no longer guarantees a green card. Let's get into this video. Whether you're in Jamaica, Nigeria, or the Dominican Republic, many believe that marriage to a US citizen is a guaranteed way in. But in 2025, that belief is being shattered. Marriage no longer guarantees a green card. From Kingston to Lagos, from Port-au-Prince to Port-au-Spain, thousands are waking up to the harsh new truth. If your paperwork isn't perfect, your love story could end in denial. But let's clarify something up front. Who exactly is this new policy targeting? This crackdown affects everyone involved in the marriage-based immigration process. 1. Foreign nationals married to U.S. citizens applying from inside or outside the country. Fiancés, overseas applying through the K-1 visa. People already inside the US hoping marriage will let them stay. And even some green card holders now being blocked from re-entry. This isn't a new law. It's expanded discretionary enforcement of existing policy. For years, marrying a US citizen was one of the most reliable ways to get a green card. You submit the forms, show your relationship, and your path is clear. But in 2025, that promise is broken. Under Trump era enforcement policies, trust is gone. Officers are trained to assume fraud, and they have the power to delay, deny, or investigate your case at will. This isn't a law change. It's a shift in how the rules are applied. And that shift gives immigration officers wide discretion to 1. Deny based on suspicion, request endless documentation, and 3. Stall your case indefinitely. So what does that new immigration tone actually look like in 2025? Let's break it down. Because real couples are getting denied every day, and here's why. This shift isn't random. It's the result of a policy reversal. Under the Biden administration, there were protections. A U.S. citizen could marry a foreign spouse, and that relationship offered some buffer from deportation, even if the green card was still pending. But in 2025, with the return of Trump-era enforcement, that buffer is gone. USCIS officers have been instructed to apply strict scrutiny to all marriage-based green card applications, and they have full power to delay, deny, or investigate at will. This isn't a new law passed by Congress. It's the discretionary enforcement of existing policy, now reinterpreted with zero tolerance. The reason? To crack down on marriage fraud. But here's the real problem. Legitimate couples are getting caught in the fire. Immigration officers aren't just reviewing applications anymore. They're investigating them. Couples are now expected to build a legal case for their relationship, not a love story, but a courtroom file. Here's what USCIS now expects to see. Joint bank accounts, shared leases, utility bills and mail, screenshots of text messages and FaceTime logs, travel itineraries, vacation photos, even event invites, life insurance policies, naming each other as beneficiaries. If anything looks rushed, inconsistent, or thin, your case could be flagged. And once flagged, you may be sent to a Stokes interview, a high stress process where you and your spouse are interviewed separately for fraud. It's like a fraud interview. And if you think it's hard now, imagine facing the system alone in another country with no one to speak on your behalf. That's the reality for thousands of foreign spouses. And in 2025, it's more unforgiving than ever. For couples applying from outside the US, the process hasn't changed, but the pressure has. As always, your US spouse cannot attend the interview with you. But now, what used to be a routine visa appointment feels more like an interrogation. Thousands of applicants are receiving 221G notices, fraud flags that freeze their case indefinitely. If you haven't seen your spouse in a year, if you don't have consistent visit records, if your photos look too staged or photoshopped, you're denied. Even real couples are being shut out. Not because they didn't follow the rules or they did anything wrong, but because their story doesn't look right to the officer on the other side of the glass. And let's not forget those already living inside the US, because denial doesn't just mean rejection, it could mean removal. Living in the US, that doesn't protect you either. If your green card application is denied and you're out of status, ICE can find you. You could be placed into removal proceedings, married or not. The system no longer assumes your relationship buys you time. The protections that used to give couples breathing room, it's gone. If your paperwork is rejected, you may be told to leave or worse, be detained. But even if you already have your green card in hand, you're not necessarily safe because some people are still being blocked, delayed, and turned around. Even people with green cards are being stopped at airports. Over 320 were denied re-entry at JFK alone in just 2 months of 2025. Why? Unexplained time spent overseas, suspicious social media posts, affiliations with flagged groups or content. Border officers are now searching phones. Again, I did a video on this, all right? They're searching phones, scrolling through your social media, and using their discretion to bar entry, even when all documentations, right, are in order. You can have all your documents in order, right? But if they find something there that's a red flag, they can turn you around. You could be turned away for something you posted last year or for someone you follow today. So, what's really driving all of this? Let's go straight to the root. Because if you don't understand the why, you won't know how to protect yourself. The official reason: marriage fraud. Yes, fake marriages exist. And yes, they've been used as a loophole in the past. But now, immigration officers are treating every marriage as a potential fake until proven otherwise. It's no longer innocent until proven guilty. It's, we don't believe you, now convince us. And if your documentation isn't right and isn't airtight, if your answers don't match, and if your file doesn't tell a flawless story, your love could be real, but the system might still say denied. So if you're watching this and wondering, what should you do now? Here's exactly where to start. If you're married, engaged, or planning to file, now is not the time to be sloppy. Hire a licensed immigration attorney, save every message, photo, receipt, and flight itinerary, Avoid long periods of silence or separation. Keep copies of shared bills, leases, and joint accounts. And watch your social media. Yes, they check. Because love is no longer enough. In 2025, if you can't prove it, you could lose everything. So this isn't just a policy change, it's a warning. And the people who aren't prepared, they'll be the ones paying the highest price. This is the green card nightmare. And it's not a rumor, it's real. And it's happening right now to couples across the Caribbean, Africa, Asia, and Latin America. So if this message helped you or someone you love is about to walk into this system blind, send them this video. Like it, share it, subscribe to stay ahead of the system. Because if immigration won't show you mercy, then we have to show each other truth. Well, guys, that's all I have for this video. Don't forget, subscribe, leave your thoughts in the comments below, give the video a thumbs up. Until the next one, bye.